Hello and welcome to my channel, J.I. Colors. If you're just visiting for the first time, hello, welcome. If you're a returning colorist, thanks for coming back. We are continuing our colored pencil comparison in the book Johanna Basford, World of Flowers. We have been coloring a page out of this book and we have completed 6 different sets of colored pencils so far that are in this series. If you'd like to find out which pencil brand completed each box, then please go see the playlist that I have attached to the end of this video. Today we are going to be using Blick Studeio Artist Colored Pencils. I have the 72 set, which is the largest set there is. It comes with 2 trays. And during this video, we'll go over all of the pros, cons, and differences about this pencil, and we'll also put them into use. So I have already selected some pencils and pulled them out, did a little bit of testing and swatching, so we won't have to do that during this video. I'll set these to the side in case we need to pull out any more. I'm going to put this down. I'm going to put some paper underneath as a cushion. Looking at the page today, I'm going to be completing this side view here in the side window. Sometimes I may switch the camera angle to the side so you can see more of it, but we'll leave it this way for now. As I mentioned, I have already selected the pencils. I've also printed out, and I will have on screen at the end of this video, my colored pencil comparison information chart about where I received this information and all of the answers that I'm going to go through. So let's get started. I have selected 2 greens. On each pencil, we do have non-capped, it's kind of a rounded end, but you can see the core, and so it's not capped. And I actually like that because then I can see how centered the cores of the pencils are. I have already pre-sharpened them. They sharpen quite well with a standard sharpener. They do include the name of the color, then they say Blick Studeio, and then it has the name again. There are no numbers. There is a barcode on the back, and the numbers there might correspond to something, but for sure they have names, and they have it both at the start of the pencil and the end, so it doesn't matter, I guess, which way you wanted to sharpen. If you were, for some reason, needed to sharpen the other end. Okay, I have started the area where I've been coloring just to get the first ones down, and so I can, a little easier for me to color and talk at the same time. So we are going to do this flower, and I am using 4 colors to do the flower. We are using yellow, dark orange, and carmine. So those are the colors we're going to use. We're going to complete this flower together, and I'm actually going to lower the camera, so close your eyes for a moment. Okay, there we go. Now you can get a bit better sight. Okay, so I'm going to start with the light yellow, and I'm going to do the edge of the flower, and just light to medium pressure, and already the paper tooth is disappearing. Then I'm going to use the dark yellow, and I'm just working my way down. Then the orange, and I'm going to put some orange here. And the rest of this is going to go all the way to the base, blending into the dark yellow. Then I'm going to come in with the carmine red, and we're going to do the base of the flower, and then we're also going to come along the edge, so both and along the very bottom. So there's just going to be basically a line there. And then I'm going to come back with the orange and blend that line out a bit and deepen up the base color and blend upwards. And then come back with the deep yellow and go all the way to the base, leaving the tip. I'm not bringing the dark yellow up. Okay. And I like the way the tip is already, so I'm leaving that alone. For the stem, I'm using two greens. I'm using an emerald green and a May green. And the edge of the will be the lighter green, and the little knobs, little sprout areas. And then coming in with and we're not going to need a blender. This is going down really well. So some of the other items, this is the 72 set. It does come in other sets. It comes in both a tin and a box, a wooden box. I purchased mine in a tin. They are a wax-based pencil. They're a round barrel. They have a core of 3.8 millimeters. So a nice sturdy core. Still, you don't want to be dropping any of your pencils. These are their artist grade pencils, or what they're claiming are artist grade. There is lightfast information on each pencil, so there's nothing on the box per se. It just says highly pigmented, blendable, and fade resistant. And then on the back of the box you have a color swatch and stuff. They are sold open stock on the Blick website, and in store they actually have you can buy them open stock right there, which is a great asset. I enjoy open stock pencils. Okay, we're going to do these two little buds in the carmine. And we'll complete these two here. I am using Scarlet Red, lightly overall, leaving the base blank, and we're going to use carmine there. So a heavier pressure for the carmine and just blending up a bit. So I mentioned that they are light fast information. The light fast information, you have to go online to the Blick website, and actually when you're ordering each individual pencil, that's where they give you the light fast information. So it is you have to dig for it a bit, so that's one drawback. I mean, is that you have to actually hunt for the information. I have included the website for Blick where I received all my information. I did buy these in person at the Blick store. So that was good. Let's do some of the background. I'm using 3 colors for the background. I'm using ice blue, cobalt dark, and red violet. And we are just variegating the colors. So we'll continue on with that. These pencils are made currently in the Czech Republic, and they have been made there for as long as I known about the Blick pencils, but on the website they just say currently made, as if it could be made at some other place in the future. So currently is what I will say as well. They're not scratchy at all. They're very nice. They're doing well on this paper. Blend easily. I'm just doing very light pressure here. So the pros for these, I would say, are that they're open stock and there is light fast information. They do have color names. I'm happy about that. They don't appear to have color numbers unless it's something on the barcode. But it's not as plain as here's your color number. So they actually have the maximum number of pencils. I should stand corrected. They have 91 pencils. And so what they have is a 72 set, and then they have some a gray set, plus some open stock other colors. So I think they're the more fugitive colors. So there's some more violets and stuff like that you can get separately that are not part of the 72 set. So I mean, I'm happy that they have extra colors, but that is a con for me because they do require you to figure out what pencils you're missing and then go find them and buy them open stock. So it's not as easy as, just ordering the full set. So that was something that, so I have the 72 set, so I do not own all 91 pencils. So that's probably the only con. They are available online, so although you may not have a Blick store close to you, they do ship. So even though I'm in Canada, I can still get the open stock ones if I am needing them. So that's a positive. Okay, let's zoom you out a bit and see how this is looking. I'll keep coloring and come back when I've got more done with some final thoughts as well. Okay, I have completed the background and I've left it fairly, I've got at least 3 layers down of the Blick pencils, and I've left it a little bit sketchy because I'm going to come in and blend it with my Copic marker that is filled with Gamsol. So I have done that pretty much to every single one of these so that we're all on the same page and we're treating every color the same. So I'm going to take my Copic marker and I'm going to start with the lightest color, which is the blue, and I'm just going to blend that out. And then I'm going to stick with just that color and blend all of the light blue. And then after, see if I can get you a little bit closer there. Okay. Going to dissolve the pigment, the light blue, and then I'll come back and I'll do the pink, and then I'll do the darker blue. And then I'll make sure that they all are blending together. But first I'm just going to do the pigment itself. So I'll wipe off that. I'll do some pink to show you the pink. And I'm avoiding the other flowers that I have colored because I'm not blending those colors into that. Okay, I'll wipe that off, and then I'll show you the dark blue. And then as I'm doing the dark blue, I'll blend the colors together a bit. Okay, I'll continue doing that, and I'll come back and show you the final results. While we're waiting for the Gamsol area to dry before I show you, I am going to bring in a white pencil, and going to use it to blend out this small flower here. And see how the blending of a white pencil works. It's not a super opaque white, but it does seem to be doing a nice blending job. So yeah, I think I would use this as a blender because it's not obliterating the color. They also do sell a Blick blender pencil, so that is also a pro, is that you can get a blender specifically for these pencils, and I always think that that's nice. So we will use that up here, and we will do some blending right here. And it's acting like most blender pencils. So no issue there. But it is nice that it is available, and it did not come with the set. I did purchase this open stock. Okay, I will continue doing some coloring, and I'll be back when I have the flowers completed. Bring you back as I'm coloring another one of these flowers, and we'll just talk about the pencil themselves. I'm really enjoying how they're laying down. I'm not working hard at getting pigment off the pencil, which is great. Some of the cheaper brands, like the cheaper Staedtler ones, I really had to work to get pencil pigment off and onto the paper. So if you're someone with some hand issues, where you're doing a lot of coloring and you don't want to get tired, then having a pencil that lays down pigment easily is a definite plus. They are holding their point. I have not had to resharpen except for the one that broke the lead, and I haven't had a problem with that pencil since, which is this one right now. I would recommend these for somebody who wants to maybe start artist grade level pencil, but doesn't want to spend as much as you would to buy Prismacolors or Polychromos. These are kind of a nice blend between those two because they are a wax pencil, but they are quite hard or firm, so they feel like a Polychromos. I am going to use the blender. I don't actually need to blend with this. This is already done, but I will use the blender pencil and see if it makes a difference. Just making sure the pencil is clean. And from light to dark. And being careful not to blend the red on the outline because I want that left. There you go. I'll continue on with the rest of the flowers, or when we come back and we'll do this area together. Okay, thought I'd bring you back for this final area here, and then I'll also zoom you out and we'll take a look at the full 72 set range of colors so you can see what is actually in the box. So I'm doing the tips in the lighter green, which is May green. And then again the lighter green. And then we'll come in with the emerald green, which is a deeper green. And we'll blend upwards, keeping it darker at the base and blending upwards. And then we can come back in with the May green and blend the two colors together. Pretty effortlessly blending, as you can see, so not having to do many layers to get a nice blend, so which is awesome. So I'll finish this and then I'll open up, I'll zoom the camera out, and we'll take a look at the complete set of 72 pencils. Here is a look at the complete set. It comes in 2 trays. This tray has a paper flap that you can lift out of the tin. Starting at white, it has a large array of oranges and reds, quite a few violets, a nice selection of blues, which goes on to the second tray. Lots of greens, browns, not a lot of grays, but that's because that there is a separate set of grays that you can purchase. It does have 2 metallics. There's a gold and a silver in there. So overall, you have quite a good color range and color selection, as there are a few other colors not included in there. Here is a final look at our page that we did. Move those out of the way. The 3 colored background blended really nicely. Happy with the thing. I'll zoom you in a bit. You can see this colored fairly quickly because I wasn't having to put immense number of layers on it. So that is my final look at how the Blick pencils did. I'm happy with the pencils. I like how they laid down. They were a joy to color with, and I will certainly be adding them to my pencil rotation while I'm coloring in my coloring books. Thank you for joining me today. We have at least 4 more. I'm going to take and divide this one into 2, so we have at least 4 more pencil brands to cover, including polychromos and prismas, of course. So I'll see you again soon, and until next time, have a creative week. Thank you for joining me. Bye-bye.